Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to our first podcast
Called Uptown Girls. An ode to Brittany Murphy.
Yes.
Yeah.
We also live in Uptown.
Yeah, we're
Minneapolis.
Uptown Girls make do.
They do make do.
Yeah. Melanie and I made a podcast because we got shit to say. We're spreading the gospel.
Yes, changing lives and influencing those who need it.
Yeah.
So today's episode, our first one, we are going over our years last year because we had heinous years.
Yeah.
2024, it's a little into 2025 now, but
have-
2024 was hell.
Hell.
And we need to talk about it. So
Yeah, and we need to share the
we've made
trauma
some
and turmoil.
Yeah. And you guys have to take our
Yeah.
take our pain and
Yeah.
sit with that.
Before we start, I want to show our Diva Cups.
Diva cups.
And if you're
These
just-
are from Maddie.
Shout out to Maddie.
Shout out to Maddie. PMS Princess.
PMS Princess.
Should we
Gave us
cheers?
Diva Cups.
Diva cups. Yay.
Okay. Jumping into our year of 2024.
You should start.
The worst year of our lives.
Yeah.
Okay, so in January of 2024, I work as a scientist. That is my day job. And I was on a work assignment in Des Moines, Iowa, which is boring as fuck. Sorry to all of my Iowan coworkers. You guys were cool as fuck,
Sorry
but
to all the Iowan viewers, but
sorry to all the Iowans. I'm sorry. There's
we're offending.
fucking nothing to do.
Maybe there's like half of a person of you
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah. I was there on a work assignment and I was working at the hospital. And on my birthday, the day of my birth, I come into work. I told everyone.
What birthday was it? Your 25th?
It was my 25th birthday, by the way. I was working in Iowa. I told everyone I was going to come into work in a pink juicy tracksuit and a tiara. And I did. I came into work in my pink juicy velour tracksuit, which it was cunt. And I had a tiara.
Your hair was blonde.
My hair was I was still platinum blonde. Yeah. Like we were giving like
cunt.
Paris Hilton. I come into work. It's 8:00. I go on my break. I come back from my break at 8:15.
Why did you have a break at 8:15 in the morning?
Because I started at 6 a.m.
Oh, you
I
got
know.
a break after 2 hours?
Yeah, you had
Just like a 15-minute?
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Paid?
paid break, yeah. And then after like a couple more hours, you had a 30-minute.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright,
they were
yeah.
very generous. I come back from my break and everyone's freaking the fuck out. And I'm like, what is going on in this house?
In this house.
I'm not gonna get into the specifics, but it was a mass
For legal reasons.
for legal reasons. Well, I mean,
No.
no.
I was trying to make light of it.
Yeah, there was a mass casualty and it was traumatizing as fuck. It was fucked up. But here I am in a pink juicy tracksuit dealing with that in a tiara, and I probably look like a fool, and they're all like, what is going on? And, I don't, like, not to be like, oh, how do I make this about me? Because it's not my trauma. I wasn't a first responder. I'm not like, I wasn't a nurse. I wasn't a doctor. I was just the blood banker. But
Just the common blood banker.
just the common blood banker. But if you know, you know. And it was traumatizing as fuck. And I think it like psychologically changed me.
Yeah. It set the tone for the year.
It really set the tone for
Unfortunately.
the year. That we would be having nothing but death and trauma. And you know what? Cheers to the new year. After like 10 more days, I was back home and my assignment was over. So I came back to Uptown. No, I was living downtown. I was a downtown girl.
I was a Northeast girl.
She was a Northeast girl. I was a downtown girl.
What else do you have for January? Should I share what I have?
I went to Chicago. I saw an orchestra, and that was like days after my birthday. So I was like thinking about life at the orchestra and having my entire view of humanity warped.
January, all I have is Steven's birthday, my boyfriend's birthday. That was fun. That was it. That's all I have. I went to the Barbie Cafe at the Mall of America.
And I wanted to go with you to that, but I couldn't. I was stuck in Iowa.
Yeah.
Again, being in fucking Iowa ruins things.
Oh, it ruins things.
Yeah.
That's all I have for January.
Sorry
I don't
about
remember anything about January.
Yeah.
Yeah. February. This is just so, like, my notes are so depressing. It says, So my boyfriend passed away unexpectedly. If you're watching this, you probably know this. If someone, for some reason, comes across this later on, well, there you go. My boyfriend died. For February, I have spoke at my boyfriend's funeral. It's not funny, but I never saw myself doing that in my 20s. So there was that. After he died, I was just like living in like a dream-like state for the rest of the month. You know, family visited me, friends, but I was out of my mind most of the time. Amber, take it away.
Well, before that happened, I put that like one of my favorite moments in February is when we went out and we went to Jet Set.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like you and I and Steven was still around. Well, coincidentally, on the same day that Melanie's boyfriend passed, my grandma passed, R.I.P. But I mean, it's not quite the same, you know, because my grandma was 80.
She was sick.
She wasn't sick, but she was definitely ready. When I woke up that morning, I woke up to 2 messages, one that my grandma died and one that Steven died. And
Yeah.
I think like I took a screenshot because not of my phone, just like my body. I was like,
Yeah.
I woke up, I was so like, what the fuck? Well, I knew my grandma was going to pass soon, but I did not expect Steven.
My text.
It was a rough month. Take it away for March.
No, you start March.
Okay, so I got sick this year, and this is like March is around the time I started to feel sick, and like my social media presence is kind of, this is when it like started to dwindle, where I just stopped going on like social media, and I had people asking me like, I missed you, where have you been? And I'm like, oh, I'm just like doing my shit. Also, mind you, I'm still like reeling from, you know, these like incidences that have just happened. So I'm not on social media and I'm starting to get sick. And like by sick, I mean like I would come home from work and I would like literally sit on my couch and I'd like wake up and like 5 hours had passed by. It was like I blacked out. And like that sounds like a nap, but it wasn't a nap. I was like actually blacking out. And when I'm driving home from work, like I'd be like, how the fuck did I get home from work? I don't remember driving, which is scary. Like when you think about like
You're driving. You're behind the wheel.
Minneapolis rush hour traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when we went out like our first time. No, this wasn't the first time we went out since, but we went out for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
That's in March, right? I remember we like had this like little bitch fall, like what do you call it? Like a little like
A man following, like a
a
task rabbit.
task rat.
But his task is to buy you drinks
Yeah.
and shut up.
Yeah, we had him follow us around and buy us drinks all night, so we didn't have to buy any drinks. And then I remember we went into the like the DJ area and
Oh,
yeah,
okay, the
yeah.
back room.
The back room area, the back rooms. And that's where we lost the guy because we were like, bye. I want to dance. I don't want him to follow us around and like watch like a freak creature. And I remember they played Welcome to the Black Parade.
I don't remember.
I have a video of it. We got so excited. I dropped my phone and I left my phone on the ground for like 3 minutes. And there's a video of it. And then I picked up my phone. I was like, oh, I found my phone. And then we're screaming the lyrics to it. And I was like, this is so everything. It was
Everything
so
we
cute. It was
needed.
so cute. It was everything we needed.
That's cute.
We'll carry on, baby.
For March, I have. So in March, I went to a concert, and it was a concert of this artist that I've been a fan of for a long time. And because I was looking for people to come with me, she wouldn't come with me for whatever reason.
Me? What?
You wouldn't.
What artist? Was the name
You
of
were
the-
just busy. Like
Yeah.
it was like short notice too.
Yeah.
But I went to this concert alone, and then I ended up meeting the artist afterward, and then this was like if you go back in my Twitter and find tweets from like 2014, you'll know who I'm talking about, because I used to tweet all the time that I was going to meet this person and make them my boyfriend. So I think I'm like a really good manifester, because I think he would have been my boyfriend had I wanted that. But I hung out with him. He was very nice. I felt comfortable around him because I just lost my boyfriend and I was able to talk about that with him. And then I had throughout like the spring a little like text fling with him. We would just text. I was like, This is
Just
fun.
like
It was
checking.
very strange. I never thought I would be talking to him, and then here we are.
Does he still
Him-
talk to you?
No. um, then the rest of March, I just have started drinking heavily.
Oh.
And my beef with my next door neighbor ramped up.
Yeah.
So-
What was your beef with your neighbor?
So my neighbor, I lived in this apartment with my boyfriend who passed. We moved in there in October of 23. And as soon as we moved in, there was this old bat of a woman living next door.
Hag.
A hag.
A wench.
A wench. A cunt. she was living next door, and she hated us from the jump. After Stephen died, she never really eased up on how
No, even
cruel she
She
was.
was evil.
She continued her reign on the apartment building, and we just exchanged some notes to each other, and it was fun. It honestly was a distraction from how depressed I was. So I was like, oh, if I going home tonight, who knows what will happen with my neighbor? And I didn't care about anything, so I was happy to duel her.
And her tyranny.
All right, you start, April.
April, okay. April was such a blur. April was a blur. The beginning of April, this is when I first hung out with Shane. My friend Shane and I, we went to a restaurant, and I hadn't eaten all that day, like all day long. I was at work.
That's a common theme throughout the year for you.
Yeah. And when we were at Nightingales, we just shared like a thing of fries, like, and their fries are like big, but it's not like it's not a meal.
No.
And we had drinks there, and we were like, let's walk to Mortimer's, and we were manifesting that when we go somewhere, we're gonna find men to buy us drinks. And what did we do?
Another common theme.
The moment we like stepped into the damn place, there's like 3 guys, and they're like, "Oh, you girls look like you need some drinks." So we were like, "See,
Period.
told you, girl. And like throughout the night, they're like feeding us tequila, and I don't mean like oh, like a tequila soda or like a vodka Red Bull. Or, no, they're like, take these tequila shots, and I think we had like
Bitch.
6.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, yeah, I can take this. I'm Mexican. I got
She
it.
can handle
No
it.
chaser.
Period.
And when I woke up the next morning, I don't even remember how I got home. I don't remember what, like, you know when like you go home and you're like, oh, it's time to go home.
Yeah.
Like you remember.
No, I don't.
Me
That's
neither.
it's never. I never remember going home.
Well, like normally I can
Once
remember.
in a while.
Normally I can remember, but I don't remember like the conversation that said we need to go home.
Oh. Do you on
And
your birthday? I don't.
no,
Just checking.
my past
The
birthday.
comments on our video are gonna be like, these fucking whores.
I woke up and I don't remember how I got home. I remember talking to the Uber and then like throwing up in my purse in the Uber, but I had been drinking like just like water at this point, so what I threw up was just water. But when I checked my phone, I was like mortified because I sent Shane, this person who I had been
Met
friends
one
with.
time.
Like this was our first time hanging out. I sent her a 5-minute long video of me like getting out of the Uber, drunk as fuck. You could barely understand what the fuck I'm saying, and like walking all the way up to my apartment, just babbling. And I was like, I'm scared. I haven't watched the whole video because I'm scared. I watched the first 30 seconds of it. And I was like, I'm not watching.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to know. And then I check my phone. There are like 20 pictures of me with this creature, this troglodyte, like a creature.
Yeah.
And like he's like hugging me and he kissed my cheek and there's pictures of it. And I'm like, who is this man?
Mm-hmm.
And then Shane sent me the digital camera.
Yeah.
Sent me the pictures from that, and there's like all these like other people and like who the fuck are these people?
I love how this is your one night out where you're like confused about that, but that was my whole summer.
Yeah.
Just that.
Yeah. Well,
Good for you.
well, yeah, because normally
You would be out with me, but you were preoccupied this
I
summer.
was preoccupied this summer, and that was on a Friday, and I remember waking up the next morning, like, well, I mean,
We were gonna hang out the next morning.
we hung out the next morning. We were going out the next day, and I remember
Oh,
fighting for my life that morning. I was like, I can't do this. I made spaghetti at 11 a.m.
I remember that.
Like, I can't do it. And we had like these plans to like go out to dinner and go to like FEMA's
Yeah,
and we did. And we did.
We did. We made it
Uptown Girls
happen.
Make Do.
They make do.
When we were out all night, the next morning or like the next night, and we like somehow we pulled through and didn't die going out on Saturday night, but after like the club and everything, after the club and everything, we went to Blades and we were there until 8 a.m.
Oh yeah.
We were just
Doing what?
What were we doing, Melanie?
Watching music videos. Lady Gaga.
Yeah, we were literally watching like Lady Gaga videos and
This podcast is gonna make us sound like the worst women ever. Like,
No, I'm
do
okay.
not marry these.
Do not
thoughts.
marry these.
Do not wife them.
we were watching Lady Gaga music videos and SpongeBob the like sipping hella lean,
Lean,
smoking
smoking
hydro.
hydro.
When I hit the reef, turn it tidal. Gary is my shadow, but she go wherever I go.
Meow, meow, meow.
Yeah, that's what we were watching. Like, anyways, and then the next morning we were like, we need to cleanse our sins. So we walked around the lake, and it was
Yeah,
beautiful.
It was beautiful. It was
And
warm.
It was warm, and then we spent my last $20. And by last $20, I don't mean like my checking. I don't
No,
mean my say. I mean
She means everything.
every
We mean everything. If
every
we say
minute.
that, we mean everything.
everything. Our last penny to the fucking quarter
Yes.
on Taco Bell.
Yes.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
It was fun.
Go, take it away, Melanie.
All right. So for April, in March, I quit a job. It was the job that I was working at when my boyfriend died. I was there when I got the news. I didn't want to stay there. It had a horrible association in my mind, and I hated my boss as well. She was fucking weird. So I quit there and I started working at a law firm. And, you know, I liked it. It was fine. Not much else to say on that because you'll find out soon. I wasn't there for long. I had a friend who visited from out of town. That was very nice. And what else do I have? Oh, I met my friend Eve and Allison. So Eve and
Shout
Allison.
out to
Shout
Eve
out to
and
Eve and
Allison,
Allison.
divas.
Our 22 and 24-year-old divas. And we love them. And then at the end of April, at least for me, this will slide us into May. Started going on dates with people.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I probably wasn't ready to go on dates, but I wasn't sure what else to do with my life.
Right.
So take it from there.
Take it from there, Amber. Yeah, same. But like they were
We both
like,
were going on dates. We were both newly single, kind of.
yeah, like I
Not
at this point I had been single for almost a year, and I didn't really want to date anyone. I was just like, well,
bored.
I'm bored and I have no money and I need someone to buy me dinner. Sorry. I'm just being an honest woman. But to be fair, these were not like men I would see myself with, and I'm sure like they just thought I was pretty, and one of them freaking lied about where we were going, and it was scary, but I'm not even gonna, we'll talk about that another time.
Yeah. Hey, we have a whole episode on that.
Yeah. But in May, I think one of my favorite things was when we went out to Saloon, and we were with Angel.
Yeah.
And then we were drunk as fuck. We were like, we're gonna make a reality show.
Yeah.
And it's posted on my TikTok, and it like totally flopped because who the fuck is gonna watch
A
three
reality show on
bimbos?
TikTok. No one.
Three bimbos get drunk and talk, like nobody.
I thought it was funny.
It was funny, but like maybe it was just funny to us.
Yeah.
Because we were.
Maybe this podcast is only funny to us.
And you know what? I don't give a fuck because I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Oh, I'm here for a long time. With you.
I'm here for a long time too, with you. With you.
With you.
And then the next morning we went to a nude beach. Do we want to elaborate on the nude beach?
Well, my May, this is my favorite bullet points from the month of May. It just, my highlights or lowlights are started on my hideous tattoo, went to a nude beach, saw Megan Thee Stallion, and then lost job. So I'm on a downward spiral at this point, and no one can stop me. It just keeps getting worse and worse until like September. But one of the weird fucking people that I met out and about in Minneapolis was this. I can say this. He's not gonna watch this. I think
he can cry about it.
Yeah. This guy gave me a tattoo in my house. Nude beach was interesting. We did
When in Rome.
When in Rome, you go. When in fucking South Minneapolis.
When in South Minneapolis.
You go to that nude beach. So that was fun. We were there with our friend Solveig.
Yeah, I miss her.
And yeah, we saw Megan Thee Stallion. We were at the Target Center.
That was fun.
I've never been there before. It was fun.
It was fun. Do you remember at the nude beach, the guy that was like naked as fuck, and everyone was naked as fuck?
Yeah.
And he was like, "Come here," and you're like and we're like a little scared because he's naked.
Yeah.
But he's try my like homemade.
Yes.
Was it rum?
Yes.
It was rum.
He was
and
floating in the water.
And try my homemade rum, and we're taking rum. Mysterious homemade rum.
Yes, we were.
From a naked.
We were still drunk that morning.
We were still drunk.
From a naked 58-year-old man.
Fuck yeah. You know what the hell, sure. And you know what? That shit was good as fuck.
It went down smooth.
It was good. It was like, I can't even tell this is alcohol. It was so smooth. If
There
that
was
was
also a guy at the nude beach who came up to me and tried to talk to me, but he was a Spanish speaker, so you kind of translated a bit.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
For me.
Yeah.
Sometimes men come up to you at the nude beach when
yeah.
you're real baddie.
To be fair, it's not like nude beach where it's just this overtly like sexual vibe. It was just
It's a chill vibe.
It was chill, like tits out, who gaff, no one
Yeah.
gaff, tits out, you know.
Yeah.
It was fun, and we went a couple times throughout the summer.
Can I talk about how I lost my job?
Yeah, talk about that, baby.
So I became friends with these 22-year-olds. I'm 29 at this point. It's not appropriate, but here we are. Met them on Twitter, and it was the 22-year-old's birthday, and we went out on like a Thursday night, and I slept until 11 a.m. the next day, and then I woke up and was like, I'm on my way to work. I'm so sorry. And as soon as I got there, they're like, Melanie, this isn't working. But I walked home. I'm just going to say it, I was feeling suicidal. I walked on the highway home, and I was hoping that I got hit by a car. And then I just cried and thought my life was over. It wasn't, but it felt like it.
But yeah. Oh wait, this is I went to an Alice in Wonderland themed party, and it was for my friend's birthday party, and we all were like the characters from Alice in Wonderland, and I was the bunny, and it was tea. It was so cute. It was such a cute display of like a tea party. It was so cute. And then the next day, I think, is when I got my lab results back that something was wrong with me because I'm sick. I've been sick at this point. I've been continuously sick. I've been like blacking out. I haven't gone out like as much as I normally would be.
That's the worst part of all.
That is the fucking tragedy of it all, is that I wasn't getting fucked up into June. What happened? Oh, okay. June was a month. June was a month because it was also Pride Month.
I had like no memory of June. I'm not kidding.
I had to look through my phone pictures to like remember June. So, because my lab results were so bad, they scheduled a biopsy for me, and the biopsy was in early June, like the first week of June. And mind you, like this was in my thyroid because I had a really bad TSH, and 5 needles in my neck, awake. But yeah, it was bad. It hurt. Well, it didn't hurt. It was just really uncomfortable, as you can imagine. It wasn't an operating room, but it was like a procedure room where they would have done the biopsy. And they were like, "We're gonna play a song. What radio do you want to play?" I was like, "Play some Ice Spice." Like I was like being silly. I was like, "Yeah, we want to see Ice Spice. Play some fucking Ice Spice." And the first song that was like, "Thank you the shit, bitch. You're not even the fart." And so I'm listening to "Thank you the shit, bitch. You're not even the fart," while getting needles in my neck, and it was the awesome. Fucking Twilight Zone.
It's awesome.
But you know what? That's fine. And then I think like 2 days later, I haven't been going out. Like 2 days later, we went out.
Oh, yeah.
To make your music video.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
We made a music video in June for me. Just to give me something to not kill myself over. I was like, I need a project because I'm not working. Later in June, I went to I'll say this artist's name. I went to a Mickey Avalon concert, and I ended up going on stage with him.
I totally forgot about that.
Me too. I didn't even write that down. I was just like, oh, that did happen. I moved to Uptown, so I moved to this apartment. And my parents were here. They helped me move. Everything went smoothly. Steven's parents helped me move. I was happy to be in a new place, away from my cunt-ass next-door neighbor. Oh, I was evicted for noise complaints. And they're all complaints made by the fucking next-door neighbor. The neighbor on top of me came down and told me that they never had an issue with me. The neighbor below me came and said that they never had an issue and they didn't know why I was moving out.
You got evicted like 2 days before losing your job.
Yep, yeah. So all of this was happening at the same time. So the fact that I'm still alive
And not.
is a miracle.
Yeah. I remember that was like Pride weekend.
Yeah.
And you know what? That was a blur.
Yep.
That was a blur. But it was fun. And I remember I was wearing like a napkin and
Some floss.
some floss.
Same.
And afterwards it was like 2 a.m. and we were like, where are we going now, you guys? It's 2 a.m. The party don't stop. We went to Angel's party and we were there, and mind you, we're like, blood alcohol level was like a 3.
Like a solid 3.
A solid like 4. And fuck it. Like we were on like poppers and yeah. And it was Pride.
It was Pride.
This was also Brat Summer, and mind you,
Brat Summer. We started that shit.
We started Brat Summer.
I started it in fucking March.
Yeah. It was. We've been having Brat fucking year.
Yes,
bitch.
Brat year, bitch.
But this was, it was the thing. It was a whole thing. And when we were at Angel's party, I was like drunk as fuck. I'm on like various substances. I'm like, I'm gonna DJ for everybody, and so I'm like DJ, and I'm like, where the fuck is the controls? But even to this day, Angel gives me feedback like, no, you were T at my party. I was like, yeah, and I'm like,
You were T.
I look back at the videos. I'm like, you know what? It could be better. It could be worse. But it could be worse.
Could be way worse.
And mind you, I was out of my fucking mind.
Yeah, the fact that you could do that.
But it was fun, and it was arguably worth it.
Yeah.
But that was yet the end of June, and then we slide
Start
into
July.
Start July, baby.
Baby.
I got diagnosed with cancer.
It's not funny.
It's not funny. The 4th of July was on a Thursday, and
We went to Steven's parents' house. We had a demure night. We did go to karaoke.
We did. And it was very chill. And this is when I was like starting to get like pissed off all the time. Like I had like these like insane mood swings.
Yeah.
I just like couldn't deal. I remember we were out and it was towards the end of the night, and when you're at the end of the night of like going out and you're just like really overstimulated, and also people pawing at you, and it's like, just go away before I shank you.
You had irritable
Yeah.
vibe.
And this was a Thursday, so Friday, I got the call that it wasn't cancer. They didn't say cancer. They said you have an unspecified malignancy or something like that. Mm-hmm. So like basically cancer, but they wouldn't be able to tell the specifics of staging and whatever until I got my thyroid removed. So I was like, okay, well, I have cancer.
We went out to a bar, and I love how we just can't stay inside.
We outside.
Hey, so let me tell you about my cancer diagnosis at FEMA's. Like, that's what we did.
We went to FEMA's.
We went to FEMA's. It was before you knew what it was, and I was like, there's no way I was like, in my head, I was like, there's no way that this girl has cancer. I'm not letting this happen in our life. Like, there's no way. And we were like, you were like, well, I have to wait and see what the testing is. And I'm like, it's probably just like from your like lupus or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but yeah.
No, you know what? Yeah. Right before we're gonna go out and get a drink. These bitches keep drinking. They keep doing poppers. No wonder one of them got cancer. But you know what? But in my mind, I'm like, so I'm a laboratory professional. I'm a professional. I have a degree. I have a certification. I can make my own judgment calls about like how serious something is. I mean, I'm gonna listen to my doctors and oncologists and everything. But I knew in my professional point of view that I was 25. I'm 25. I don't smoke. That's the only thing I don't do.
I'm 25. I don't smoke. I'm perfectly healthy.
allergy poppers and other stuff.
And horse tranquilizer.
Horse tranquilizer and other various substances.
Untested ones.
Untested ones.
Okay, we're not promoting that.
We're not promoting, but you know what? It was Brett Plummer. What can I
That's
say?
summer.
Name 5 people that haven't done a substance.
Name 5.
Name 5 from my own, like, thyroid cancer. If you're gonna have cancer, and I hope you never get cancer, but if you're gonna have cancer, thyroid cancer, if it is one of the good ones, is the
One of
best
the most
cancer to have.
treatable.
It's the most treatable.
It's the most treatable.
Yeah, like
So
like
be
one
sure
of
to
the-
get that
Yeah, be sure to get thyroid cancer.
when you have your pick of all the cancers.
Yeah,
Pick that
unless you get anaplastic thyroid cancer. In that case,
Well,
yeah, and that is my
you're
laboratory.
never gonna get that.
No, I'm not, because I don't have a
'Cause you don't have a
thyroid.
thyroid.
I don't have a thyroid. Can't get anaplastic thyroid cancer. But yeah, that was tea. I think it like I was so like in denial of it that I
Yeah.
was like, whatever, it's just cancer.
No, you were. Like, thinking about it now, I'm like, that was not normal reaction to cancer.
I was like, it's fine.
I was like, okay, like I'll go along with it. Like my mom had cancer, but I never, like you know a lot more about that stuff. So I was like, oh, if she, we're still hanging out, like we're still partying. The party don't stop. It did stop a
A
little.
little bit, yeah. Actually, I
A
stopped.
lot for you.
Yeah, 'cause
Not
I
for
stopped-
me, but for you.
Yeah, I stopped going out a lot. But then we went camping for my
we
mom's
went
birthday.
camping. I had that down.
Yeah,
That was fun.
it was fun. And then it rained, and
Oh, it rained. Oh, Trump got shot when we were camping in this little town in
It was
Wisconsin.
Black River Falls, Wisconsin.
And we were at a Mexican.
Yeah, we were at a Mexican, like a authentic
It
Mexican.
was
restaurant.
authentic, but it was all white people working.
Yeah. But they had a molcajete for the guacamole, so I was like, yeah, it's authentic.
Yeah, it's authentic. What she said.
What she said.
So that was interesting. We were just like in the restaurant with all these other white people.
I think I like heard a murmur of
I know. I swear I heard that too. Do you have anything else for August? I just have the only thing else I have is I saw Gwen Stefani live. That was
For
cool.
August?
No, July.
Oh, July, no.
And I also wrote down, this was the peak time of when I had bangs and long hair, and everyone told me I looked like Sabrina Carpenter. That's when this was ramping up.
Yep, she was in her Sabrina
I was
Carpenter phase.
in my Sabrina Carpenter summer.
Yeah.
All right, August.
What about August, baby?
August, I have 3 things and then one weird thing. They all include us. So we got season passes to Valley Fair.
Fuck yeah, we did.
And we went, and that was like the best day of my summer, the best day I had all year. So thank you to Valley Fair
For giving us some modicum.
some happiness,
Is that how you pronounce it?
a modicum
Yeah. A modicum of joy.
joy, which we desperately needed.
Yeah.
We had a photo shoot at Grandpa's pool house.
Yeah, that's what I have there too. It was so fun.
And we went to a wedding. We went to my late boyfriend, his friend's wedding, and she was my date.
I was her date.
Because he couldn't be my date anymore, or I couldn't be his date anymore.
Yeah.
And then the last thing that I have in August is I had a mysterious cough that made me think I was dying. Because I had this cough. It's boring to talk about. It's a cough, and I'm totally healthy for some reason somehow. But in August, I developed this cough that was like really bad. I sounded sick. I sounded like I had something that was contagious for a long time. It lasted.
Scared.
Yeah, I was scared too. I thought that I had a like a cancer.
I wanted to say that like in August I was pissed off 24/7.
Oh, yeah.
Like I had like some serious like mood issues, and I think it was just related to having like just the
Weird cancer in your body.
yeah, she had cancer.
Yeah.
She's gonna be a little pissed.
Yeah.
And then we saw Ice Spice, but like it's undersold so bad.
Oh, I didn't even remember to put that on there.
We saw Ice Spice, and it undersold so bad that they had to change it to a smaller venue, and even that venue was like, it felt like a high school gym. It felt bad actually.
I mean, I knew every single word to every song.
I mean, I was in the deli.
I was in the deli shaking ass.
Yeah. But like the Grandpa's Pool House, I do want to like branch off on that and how cunt that. Shout out Grandpa's Pool House. Yeah, it was like Eva was her name, and it was like very like like 1980s, like a little 90s sprinkled in there. Like it felt very like Playboy Bunny, and it was so like cute.
Like Pamela Anderson era.
Yeah, I was like, I need to be here for a couple days, and not sponsored. You can stay there.
You can stay there, and you should.
And you should.
We should.
And we should. I still want to.
Yeah.
And I'm still like, I still want to go back. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, September.
September. Well, you start September.
Oh, right.
We'll X that out. September.
Okay, September. September, I'm emo again.
Oh, she went full emo.
Full emo.
We saw
again.
Show Me the Body.
We saw. Oh, wait.
all right.
Okay. Emo was just my default settings, and I was like, well,
Her default
I'm just, I can't play the bit anymore. I can't play like the
bimbo.
the bimbo.
I mean, she is the bimbo.
Yeah,
But a smart one and
a
an emo
scientist
one.
one. I couldn't play the bit anymore. If you scroll back 4 years ago, I don't look any different than I do now. But I had my surgery to remove half my thyroid because I only had the one little nodule
Lumpy.
I only had one lump on the right side, so we're like, we're just going to take out the right side because it is, in the event that it's not that serious and we don't want to put you through further complication by removing the whole thing all at once, because it can create this whole, I don't fucking remember, I was unconscious. I had my surgery, and then I moved a block away. I moved closer to Melanie, so I had my surgery. That was rough. I had my throat slit.
Show them the scar.
Can you see my scar? I mean, it's kind of faded.
We'll like put pictures in where it looks crazy.
Because it was gross.
It was crazy.
And I remember when I was like recovering, I was like, I gotta walk around more. I can't. I'm not someone that can just like lay in bed all day.
I am.
And like I need to do something, or at least take a walk. Like I can't just like lay in bed and do nothing.
Yeah.
But that was the protocol for the recovering of the surgery, and I remember like trying to take a walk around my neighborhood and like fainting. But I went, yeah. But then I came back to Minneapolis after a week, and we went to Show Me the Body. So
she was finna be in the pit.
I was finna be in the pit.
She was in the pit.
And like 1 week post-op, I'm giant surgical wound across my neck. We're at like a hardcore show. I get kicked in the head in the mosh pit.
This is what furthered your cancer.
Yeah, like the kick in the head lodged cancer into the left side.
It must have.
Yeah. What's your September like, Melanie Pooh?
I said, my mom visited me. That was fun. I worked a convention. Something that I did once before in college was I was a promotional model, which is where you're like at a convention usually or something like that, or and you're like kind of like luring people in by like being like a nice like pretty girl. I worked that, and that was my first time working since May. So that was September. I didn't work the whole summer. That's crazy. And I walked in a fashion show. I had got my makeup done for the first time, my hair, everything. I was under the impression that I was going to be one of the last people to walk. So I could see, I could have examples of how to walk down this runway area. But last minute they changed it to where I was the first person to go. So I just looked like I felt like a fucking mess. I already am like the least experienced person there. But whatever, it was fun. And I'm happy that I did it. It pushed me out of my comfort zone. All right, October.
And you looked amazing. Okay, October. When I got the pathology back on my first surgery, they were like, by the way, this might be metastasizing. And I was like, wait. wait. So they were like, we need to have you come in for another surgery to get the left side removed. Or no, yeah, the left side removed because they only removed the right side. And I was like, okay, so are we thinking like, okay, I have shit to do on Halloween. Like, it's October. I'm going to be Gerard Way on Halloween. Like, I'm sorry, but I can't be recovering for this. Like, New Year's? No, after New Year's. Like, can we do it, like, after my birthday? Like,
right,
they were like,
2025.
They were like, no, bitch, tomorrow.
Literally.
I was like, hello. And I wasn't ready because I had just gotten back to Minneapolis. I had just spent freaking 2 weeks recovering. I did not want to go through that shit again because, like, it's harder the second time around, and it was It was hard enough the first time. And you know, when I woke up from my second surgery, I remember singing to the nurse.
Cancer
I was singing "Cancer"
by My Chemical
by
Romance.
My Chemical Romance.
Play a clip of that song.
Turn away if you could get me a drink
of water. All right.
Yeah, that was fine. Oh, then when I came back to Minneapolis after healing, my second day back home, I got robbed.
Yeah.
And if you're the
robber,
if you're the motherfucker
listen the fuck up.
that robbed me and put me out $600, you robbed a cancer patient,
How does it feel?
and you will burn, you will bathe in the lake of burning sulfur for 1,000,000 eternities.
1,000,000.
Because since then, I've been trying to financially recover.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah,
months.
it's been months. Bitch, it's January.
It's
This
January.
happened in October. But
They
anyways.
use that.
Yeah. But
Fuck
you know what?
you.
Yeah, fuck you, bitch.
Loser.
Loser,
Who
die.
goes into a Hello Kitty car? No shade.
No, right. Like, you think you're going to find something
Something of value.
like of value in a bitch with a Hello Kitty car?
That's a little girl car.
That's a little girl car. That is a car owned by a girl who.
girl.
And
That's
there's
cancer.
a giant. Yeah, at some point, because so much shit has happened. At some point in May, someone hit and ran on my car. Forgot to mention that. Oh yeah. Yeah. So there's like my car is fucked. Like, how would you rob the car that looks fucked up? Like,
There are other cars.
there are other cars that have suffered less.
Yes.
But then, when
Should I talk about October?
yeah, talk about October.
October, for me, I mean, it started out pretty fucked for Amber.
Yeah.
So that was just not good. What's Amber's pain is mine.
Yeah.
So that wasn't a good start. But we, Uptown Girls, make do.
We make do.
And so October, my favorite month of the year. It always is. But this year, it was good. I didn't expect myself to have a good October. I was scared. I'm turning 30. My life has been fucked up all year. But we had a good time.
We
Okay?
did.
Despite all the horrors, we went to an apple orchard. We went to a pumpkin patch.
Mm-hmm.
My younger brother visited me for my birthday. That was good. He visited and stayed for my birthday, and I threw my first party that I've had. Well, I threw a party when I was 19. So yeah, oh my God, 10 years before that, I threw my first Halloween party, and that was my last one that I threw by myself. So my birthday is usually on Halloween weekend, or it's like right before. So I had a birthday Halloween party, and me and Amber and our friend Jess were Britney Spears, Madonna, and Christina Aguilera. We'll insert a picture. And that's something that I always wanted to do
Yeah.
a costume for.
Like
so
the wedding from like the
from the VMAs,
yeah.
performance 2002 or 2003.
I think it's 2003.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't.
But we were that for my party, and then on actual Halloween, me and Amber were the Helena and Gerard.
I was Gerard
She was
Way.
Gerard Way. I was Helena from the music video.
Yeah. And
MCR. Need we say more?
need we say more? It was everything. When we went to we went there, and then we went to like the little DJ set where you have to like pay to get
Yeah.
in. The bouncer was like, "Oh my God, are you dressed as Gerard Way?" And I was like drunk as fuck. I'm like, "I am." and then like she shows me her like the Demolition Lovers, like from like the album 3 Cheers, like tattoo. And I was like, "Get in there." And I was like, "Shut up, look at that tattoo. That's everything." And like didn't make me pay. I just walked right in.
Period.
Yep, so it pays to dress up as Gerard Way.
It does. It does.
It does.
That
And-
was really fun.
yeah, it was really fun. And it, like, despite all of the horrors of the past, like, few months, I think that was, like, when things started to, like, get a little lighter.
A little lighter.
Lighter for us. November was, like, I got really depressed throughout, like, the month of November. Like, it's seasonal depression. Like, I think everyone can relate to that. But also that I think everything from the year is starting to really, like, set in. And
Weigh down on you.
yeah, like I never really processed that like I had cancer. When like shit happens to us, like we see each other every day. Although like my traumas is not her traumas, it's like trauma adjacent. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I think and like likewise for you, I'm sure that it wasn't easy learning
No.
that your friend had cancer.
No. I was like, you're kidding.
You're kidding, bitch, you're joking.
This is not real.
So I think I was like really depressed just because like life felt really heavy at this point, and although my only trouble now at this point and still was just financially it was just hard, you know, like catching up, and I was just really depressed. Well, how was your November, Melanie?
Wicked was in November, and I started working again, like well, not full time, but I started working
Yeah.
at a job that I like and I'm still at, and I modeled for my Lash Girl.
And you looked so good.
Yeah. December. All I have for December is we had a cute decorating night at my house.
Yeah, it was so
We had a
fun.
cute decorating night at your house.
Yeah.
I had a good Christmas party with all of our friends. Oh, I saw Tinashe in November. And then I visited home in Wisconsin, and I hung out with my cute little nieces. And then New Year's Eve, we went out together, and we said, well, tell me your December,
We said,
baby.
fuck this year.
We said, fuck this year.
December, I was still depressed, but it was like depressed, but there was like glitter and lights, so it was
glitter.
like a little manageable.
Yeah.
And, you know, with the prospect of like the holidays, and I have like my closest friends, and we're hosting these like little like soirees where like we had one at Melanie's house where all of our friends were together, and we had like hot chocolate. We watched the Holdovers. And it was cute, and it was like nice to be around like, you know, friends when you're depressed. And also it's the holidays, so you can't save your woes for
Save them for January.
February, March. That's what.
And we're not even having woes in January.
No, we're not.
having
No.
highs.
Yeah, we're having highs, bitch. I think I really enjoyed like when
I liked December.
Yeah, I did too. I really like. I didn't want to do anything, so I was just so depressed. But like I like forced myself to, and I remember like texting a friend, and I was like, no, I'm experiencing childlike joy and whimsy of that you would normally experience like in the month of December. And they were like, how are you doing that? And I was like, pure fucking discipline, because
Pure
otherwise
discipline.
I would be rotting.
It's about drive. It's about power.
It's about discipline.
It's about discipline.
But we went to like Nico's, and we got like tacos, and it like, if you know what we're talking about, like this place, it's so like Christmased out, like it's actually a little overstimulating.
Yes.
But it was like cute, and like if you like want like a little Christmas whimsy night, like that was definitely the place to go. And I think that like just going out helped a lot. Like we were just with our friends a lot during the month of December, and
It was
I
fun.
think that really like helped me.
Yeah.
And then New Year's Eve was so fun.
We looked very beautiful.
We looked good.
Good.
And yeah, and you know what? I'm just like so ready for that year to be over that I was like, fuck 2024. But
Happy New Year 2025.
how does the lyrics?
I have to sneeze.
Happy New Year 2025.
Let's
What are the lyrics? Wait.
T.
What are your hopes for this new year?
2025. I am going to have my Hawk Tuah moment.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the next big white girl.
Yeah.
So you better hit that like button and subscribe.
Yeah.
And this year is my bitch, and you will get very sick of us.
Yeah. My goal for this year is to not have cancer.
Yeah. Oh, no one dying.
No one dying. No one dying.
No one dying.
No one's sick. It's gonna be a good year, and I just want to thank everyone for listening to us babble. And now you know the tea of why we
act this way.
why we
deserve to have a good year.
Yeah, we're in turmoil.
We're in turmoil.
But
Well,
it's
not
good.
anymore.
Not anymore. We're good now. We're nice girls, and yeah. So thank you. Okay,
Get up closer.
Oh wait,
Show them yourself.
show them my face. Happy New Year 2025.
All right, we gotta go.
Okay, bye.